Hey, yo, yeah, so let's jump right in, man. Let's not waste no time, all right? So we about to find out what's the origins of St. Valentine's Day, all right? Let's get it.
The legend of Saint Valentine.
Okay, where is it? Here you go.
Origins of Valentine's Day, a pagan festival in February. While
All right, so if anything tells you it's pagan or it had paganism in it, flee from it, all right? Because paganism is linked to idolatry, man.
While some believe that Valentine's Day is celebrated in the middle of February to commemorate the anniversary of Valentine's death or burial, which probably occurred around AD 270, others claim that the Christian Church may have decided to place Saint Valentine's feast day in the middle of February in an effort to Christianize the pagan celebration of Lupercalia.
Okay, so Christianize, whatever that is, just like they Christianized Christmas and turned it from Saturnalia to Christmas, and just like they Christianized Halloween, they Christianized Easter, yeah. So I be trying to tell people, man, Christianity is paganism.
Celebrated at the Ides of February, or February 15th, Lupercalia was a fertility festival dedicated to Faunus, the Roman god of agriculture, as well as to the Roman founders Romulus and Remus.
Okay, so the Roman founders is Romulus and Remus. All right, and they supposed to have been raised by wolves. And Lupercalia is actually what Valentine's Day derived from. All they did was change the name. They just changed the name, like they do all their pagan festivals. They changed the name to convert people over. Because if somebody tell you, hey man, we worshiping the devil, you probably not gonna just convert over to their religion. But if I change the name and I make it seem nice, I probably can get you. Right? So that's all they did with these pagan festivals. That's all they did. They Christianized them.
To begin the festival, members of the Luperci, an order of Roman priests, would gather at a sacred cave where the infants Romulus and Remus, the founders of Rome, were believed to have been cared for by a she-wolf or lupa. The priests would sacrifice a goat, for fertility, and a dog, for purification. They would then...
So these people sacrificing dogs, we know that that's an unclean animal. All right?
They would then strip the goat's hide into strips, dip them into the sacrificial blood and take to the streets, gently slapping both women and crop fields with the goat hide.
Barbaric customs.
Far from being fearful, Roman women welcomed the touch of the hides because it was believed to make them more fertile in the coming year.
You see what they believe in? They believe in, instead of them believing on the one true creator, to open their womb and get them, see everybody don't know the Most High, right? Pagans worship idols, man, and Romans are known pagans. Most of the festivals well, I ain't gonna say we, because I don't celebrate them anymore. You know better, you do better. But most of the holidays that people celebrate in America and around the world come from the Romans. That's how you know the Romans are still in rulership. And the Romans is the fourth beast that the Bible and Revelation speak of. But let's continue.
Later in the day, according to legend, all the young women in the city would place their names in a big urn. The city's bachelors would each choose a name and become paired for the year with his chosen woman.
Didn't they do that to us in elementary school? They made everybody put their names in a basket, and we pulled whoever name that we pulled, we would get them Valentine gift cards and candy and all that. You see? All this stuff has pagan origins, man, and it don't glorify the Father at all.
These matches often ended in marriage. Read more.
Okay, so Valentine's Day, a day of romance. See, All Valentine's Day is about fertility, sex, and sacrificing to idols. All right. Then the idols, I believe the idols is Lupercalia, and I think it's another name of a false god that begin with an F, and then Eros. Eros is Cupid. All right, let's jump into it, man.
Valentine's Day, a day of romance and love. Lupercalia survived the initial rise of Christianity but was outlawed, as it was deemed unchristian, at the end of the 5th century, when Pope Gelasius declared February 14th Saint Valentine's Day.
It's unchristian, but now it's Christian. Now it's okay. So when did it become okay? You see this?
It was not until much later, however, that the day became definitively associated with love. During the Middle Ages, it was commonly believed in France and England that February 14th was the beginning of birds' mating season, which added to the idea that the middle of Valentine's Day should be a day for romance. The English poet Geoffrey Chaucer was the first to record St. Valentine's Day as a day of romantic celebration in his 1375 poem, Parliament of Fowls, writing, "For this was sent on St. Valentine's Day, one every fowl cometh there to choose his mate." Valentine greetings were popular as far back as the Middle Ages, though written valentines didn't begin to appear until after 1400. The oldest known Valentine still in existence today was a poem written in 1415 by Charles, Duke of Orleans, to his wife while he was imprisoned in the Tower of London following his capture at the Battle of Agincourt. The greeting is now part of the manuscript collection of the British Library in London, England. Several years later, it is believed that King Henry V hired a writer named John Lydgate to compose a Valentine note to Catherine of Valois.
All right, so now let's find out who's Cupid. All right.
Who is Cupid? Cupid is often portrayed on Valentine's Day cards as a naked cherub launching arrows of love at unsuspecting lovers. But the Roman god Cupid has his roots in Greek mythology as the Greek god of love, Eros. Accounts of his birth vary. Some say he is the son of Nyx and Erebus, others, of Aphrodite and Ares. Still others suggest he is the son of Iris and Zephyrus or even Aphrodite and Zeus, who would have been both his father and grandfather. According to the Greek archaic poets, Eros was a handsome immortal played with the emotions of gods and men, using golden arrows to incite love and lead in ones to sow aversion. It wasn't until the Hellenistic period that he began to be portrayed as the mischievous, chubby child he'd become on Valentine's Day cards.
Okay, so that's where you get your white baby. That's where you get your white baby with the pamper, with the bow and arrow. All right. False gods and false deities, man. Goes against the first commandment. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. All right.
Typical Valentine's Day greetings. In addition to the United States, Valentine's Day is celebrated in Canada, Mexico, the United Kingdom, France, and Australia.
I wonder how a Roman festival began to be celebrated in all these different states. Interesting.
In Great Britain, Valentine's Day began to be popularly celebrated around the 17th century. By the middle of the 18th, it was common for friends and lovers of all social classes to exchange small tokens of affection or handwritten notes, and by 1900 printed cards began to replace written letters due to improvements in printing technology. Ready-made cards were an easy way for people to express their emotions in a time when direct expression of one's feelings was discouraged. Cheaper postage rates also contributed to an increase in the popularity of sending Valentine's Day greetings. Americans probably began exchanging handmade valentines in the early 1700s. In the 1840s, Esther A. Howland began selling the first mass-produced valentines in America. Howland, known as the mother of the Valentine, made elaborate creations with real lace, ribbons and colorful pictures known as scrap. Today, according to the Greeting Card Association, an estimated 145 million Valentine's Day cards are sent each year, making Valentine's Day the second largest card-sending holiday of the year. More cards are sent at Christmas.
Okay, which Christmas being another pagan holiday stemmed from the Roman Empire, Saturnalia, which is what people just celebrated in December. All right, so man, Let's go to the Bible. And I'm just finna go to the Bible, and we're gonna see. We just gonna see. Let's just see what the Most High say do, man. All right. Well, let's go to my other Bible because I got this one. I read this the King James. The other one I like to read from is a cipher, but let's go here because I already got some stuff highlighted. Okay. Leviticus 18, I believe. Yep. What does he say? He said, after the doings, verse 3, after the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall you not do. Neither shall you walk in their ordinances, which is their practices and their customs and their laws. Ye shall do my judgments and keep mine ordinance. To walk therein, I am Yahuwah. All right? We know the all caps is Yahuwah, right? The four-letter tetragrammaton. It says, Yisra'EL, your God. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, which if a man do it wherein he live, he shall live in them. Right? I am Yahuwah. All right? Now look. Look what he says right here in verse 24. He says, defile not yourselves in any of these things, for in all these nations are defiled, which I cast out before you. Now, these nations are not limited to just Egypt and Canaan. All right? He's talking about all heathenistic Gentile nations. Don't follow their practices. All right? They're vain. Their worship of other idols. He's a jealous El, right? Look what he's saying in 26. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, and shall not commit any of these abominations, neither any of your own nation, nor any stranger that sojourn among you. Hold on. So what is a stranger? A stranger is somebody that's not of Israel. Okay? So if you following the Most High and you say you from another nation and you guys have your own practices and customs, he don't even want you following your own practice and customs, especially if they going against the Most High, because mostly customs and practices are worship of other idols. You see that? We seen Cupid is what? Cupid is Eros, a Greek deity, and Lupercalia is a false deity in the Roman culture. All right, that's two false gods right there. All right, he says what? So he's speaking to the stranger and to the Israelites. Whether you're a stranger or Israelite, don't follow heathenistic customs, especially when they go against the Creator. And I say this all the time: all customs not bad, but when customs goes against the Father, the creation, sacrificing animals, especially unclean animals, you sacrificing animals, you sacrifice animals unto false gods, you paying false gods homage. These false gods have their own festivals, and this is what I'm trying to get people to understand. The Most High have His own festivals. They're in Leviticus 23. All right, look. Verse 27, for all these abominations have the men of the land done, which were before you, and the land is defiled. You see? Verse 29, it says, for whosoever shall commit any of these abominations, even the soul of them that commit these shall be cut off among his people, Israelites and Gentiles. Therefore shall you keep my ordinance, that you commit not any of these abominable customs. You see this? These are abominable customs, man. Valentine's Day, Christmas, New Year's. I'm trying to tell people, man. I'm trying to warn. I'm blowing a trumpet. All right? Because we running out of time, man. It's just a spinning cycle, man. It's just like a hamster on a wheel. Right? This stuff is getting, like, the Most High is getting fed up. All right? Judgment is coming. He says, therefore ye shall keep my ordinance, that ye commit not any of these abominable customs, which were committed before you, and that ye defile not yourselves therein. I am Yahuwah, your El. All right, now let's go to Jeremiah. Let's go to Jeremiah 10. and 2. What does he say? Verse 10, it said, hear ye the word which Yahuwah speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus said Yahuwah, learn not the way of the who? The heathen. Who is the heathen? Gentile nations. Why he say learn not their ways? Because their ways are vain, they're vanity. We, the Israelites, are supposed to be the priests and the teachers of the world. We're supposed to be teaching and leading the world into righteousness, right? Not following the heathen, we're supposed to be leading them. Not following after their practices and customs. Valentine's Day, which is coming up, the fake New Year that just passed, Saturnalia Christmas, it just goes, the list goes on and on. All right, what does he say? And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Look at this one right here. I'm gonna highlight this one in red. Okay. Check it out. It said, for the custom of the people are vain. You see that? And I'm gonna just stop right there, because if you keep going, you get to talking about a tree, right? Cutting a tree down, we know that's the resemblance of Christmas, all right? But we're not talking about Christmas, we're talking about custom. Well, we're talking about all customs in general, period. All right? Customs. What is a custom? Lupercalia, Valentine's Day, Saturnalia, Christmas, Halloween, all right? New Year's, fake New Year's, all right? And whatever festival, you know, these festivals link and go back into homage and sacrifice of false idols, right? So you can't take something and change the name of it and then think it's okay. Like as they said in the article, Christianize. All right? That's been my time, man. To my next video, I say shalom, peace, and blessing, man. I hope somebody got some understanding about the origins of Valentine's Day. I'm out.